My sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan. Now you call me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open. 'Cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Good morning, Rooted Men. Pastor Tom, Firmly Rooted Church. Great to have all of you on board. I saw my cousin, I think, Dave Donnelly on board. Yep, there he is. You were talking about warming shelters being taken care of and getting ready for people. This morning at 6:15, 6:30, I'm out shoveling foot-deep snowdrifts. So maybe it's time to get with you and my sister Trish, and we start talking about a firmly rooted South. Oh gosh, it was miserable out there, and the wind is still creating a lot of drifts. Everybody out here in southeastern Michigan, be safe, be careful. Let's say hi to a few people, and then we're going to get to Joshua chapter 3, verse 14. I think I saw Chuck. There he is. Shalom, men of God. I'm out there on X. Chris Connolly, good morning. My cousin Dave Donnelly, good morning. Ken Gooch, good morning, fellow brothers in arms. Bert Reggiani, good morning. Tessa, good morning. And have a blessed day, you too. Yeah, Arctic blast today, for sure. Steve Giroux, good morning. Oh my gosh, 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Whew. Steve Ponoworski, good morning. Lawrence, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Great having you on board. It's great to see people coming on. Look, the idea is that we firmly root ourselves in God's unconditional love and his eternal truth, man. If we can do that on a daily basis, we might be able to right side our lives and have what Jesus described as an abundant life and do the opposite of what he says the enemy brings, which is to kill, steal, and destroy. But let me pull up the text and we'll dig in right away here. There we go. I'm going to start at 13 just to remind us where we were. Joshua tells the people that the ark's going to go in, and listen what he says. And when the soles of the feet of the priests bearing the ark of the Lord of all the earth, the Lord, not the nation of Israel, not me as your leader, the Lord of all the earth shall rest in the waters of the Jordan. He's going to go in there before you. He's going to, the very God who created this river that at this time of the year is overflowing because of the rain coming down or the melting coming down from the mountains. He's going to rest in the waters of the Jordan. The waters of the Jordan shall be cut off from flowing, and the waters coming down from above shall stand in a heap. This is what God's going to do. God is going to go before you. He's going to do this. And just like our forefathers that went across the Red Sea, we're going to go across this Jordan River on dry ground. Verse 14, so when the people set out from their tents to pass over the Jordan with the priests bearing the Ark of the Covenant before the people, and as soon as those bearing the Ark had come as far as the Jordan, and the feet of the priests bearing the ark were dipped into the brink of the water. And then he puts in parentheses, now the Jordan overflows all its banks throughout the time of the harvest. So God is saying to them, you got to defy your eyes, because this river is more tumultuous than it is at any other time. God is choosing this very moment when your eyes of sight would say, no way. And he's saying, yes way. And I'm going to go in to those waters, and I'm going to do what I promised to do. So the priests, in obedience, step into the water. So number one, they break that whole thing. No, God, you go first. No, I go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. If God says it, how about we do it? The waters coming down from above stood and rose up in a heap very far away at Adam, the city that is beside Zarethan, and those flowing down towards the Sea of the Arabah, the Salt Sea, were completely cut off. Listen. And the people passed over just opposite of Jericho. Now the priest bearing the ark of the covenant of the Lord stood firmly on what? On what? Dry ground. What? It's not mucky. It's not 2-3 feet of muck. They stood on dry ground in the midst of the Jordan, and all Israel was passing over on dry ground until all the nation finished passing over to the Jordan. Let me pull myself back in. This is a life lesson that this morning I hope each and every one of us tries to absorb, including myself. If we're going to break away from the lies of the kingdom of this world and begin to trust God's love and his eternal truth, the truth of this new kingdom that Jesus inaugurates and brings into play, there's going to be moments when we're going to be convicted, when God's word is going to say, Tom Donnelly, you've got to change this, or you have to do this. It could be in my own head. It could be in a marriage, a relationship. It could be an action. It could be how I'm treating someone at work. It could be, but it's going to mean change. And it's going to mean you've got to do it even when your sight says it doesn't matter. And that won't work. Hence, Paul says we walk by faith and walk by sight. So what I want you to do today is just spend some quiet time and ask God, what's one truth that I know is a truth? And you keep pounding me with it, but I keep resisting it because it doesn't either fit what I want, or it just seems too crazy and too impossible. So I just keep saying no. I keep standing at the edge of the water going, and then wondering why my life's not progressing, why my life's or relationships are progressing, or whatever is not getting fixed. This generation of Israelites trusted that if God said so, you do it. Why? Because he only tells us stuff because he loves us. See, he's not like us. He's not trying to manipulate. He's not trying to be a jerk. He's not trying to, whatever you might want to interpret. But sometimes we have to blow past the lies of the kingdom of this world. We got to go past what our eyes are telling us is impossible. And we got to trust that if the God of the universe says, do it, he's going to go before us. He's going to go in the waters. He's going to go into the thing, whatever the thing is that he's asking us to do. He's going to go in there and he's going to work and make it possible for you to get on the other side rightly, powerfully. So please spend some time. What's one thing? And then make it a habit. Make it a habit of listening to a conviction that God is laying on your heart. Be honest about the obstacle. Know that God's telling you because he loves you. And then step in because he's going to go before you. Trust you're not doing it alone. He's going to go before you. Make sense? Let's get it done. Let's change something in our lives today. All right, we'll leave it at that. Guys, I hope this devotion was a blessing to you. Have a great day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.